Hi, everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. Um, so, you know, I am talking about how to keep yourself relevant. And before I go there, let us take a step back. We say we are going through bad times, right? Yes, bad times. We have been through tough times, and the aftermath of this is going to stay with us for a long time. The mental health of employees has seriously suffered due to the pandemic. And in one of the surveys which happened, 7 out of 10 employees stated that the COVID 19 has given them the most stressful time in their entire professional journey. In the same survey, 41.6 respondents they said that their mental health declined after the outbreak. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about the way forward. How do we move on from here, right? I want to talk about ability and preparation over experience, and I want to talk about how does one keep their head on their shoulders when the water is rising high, right? How do you keep yourself relevant? So I mean, actually, I could rattle off separate lists from my experience, what all you should do personally, what all you should do professionally, but I'm not a fan of that. You are one individual, and each step which you take, the result may have impact professionally or personally. So, for example, you go ahead and you attend a fantastic leadership, let's say, a session, right? So with that, what happens is as output, you not only modify your behavior with your professional teams, but of course you will pick up cues to manage your peers, family, your wife, your husband, you will pick up those cues. So there are different actions happening out of that. So today I'm going to ask you to focus on 5 areas which you can choose what percentage of investment you want to do in these areas. That is your judgment. But these areas will keep you floating. It will help you excel through the tough times, right? So the 5 months. Let's start with the first one. Emotional intelligence. I always, that's a very, very heavy word, probably. Keep tab on the life philosophies to which you expose yourself. Who are the kind of people you surround yourself with? Remember, the people around us are the biggest influencers on our behavior, attitude, and the results. Who are you around with? What are they saying? How are you interpreting what they are saying? So if I can go and quote a Harvard research which was done by Dr. David McClelland. So he said the people you habitually associate with yourself, they determine as much as 95% of success or failure in your life. So what does it mean when we say, keep yourself positive, listen to positive news, talk to positive people? This is what they say. Are you surrounding yourself with people you admire, right? Go easy on people who transmit negativity. I think we all know this. So, for example, in office space, when you're together, there'll be a bunch of them. They will say, "Oh, in our office, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, nothing works." Talk to the people who will tell you what is working, and that is what keeps you going. When you remember, when you hear, that is what you see, and that is what is going into your head. Understand the chemical reaction which is happening. Observe and communicate. And I always say one of the prime important factors for any good leader is to be kind, right? Appreciate kindness. Don't hear, listen. Times are bad. You don't know what anybody's personal situation is. Listen to people, understand what they are saying, and reach out to them. Just observe your network, how it is working. And like I say, everybody's living in their own bubble, everybody's locked up at home. It is their bubble. And how I would interpret is, let your bubble float, right? Don't keep yourself locked in. Let your bubble float till you go to the top. That is how I would kind of talk about emotional intelligence. Let's talk of the focus area number two. Again, a big fat word which is used a lot is resilience factor. You ask me, I just interpret it as flexibility and adaptability. Very simple. Vision. Do you really know what you're going to do? At times I talk to young parents, they say, my kid doesn't even know what they want to do. I said, go and ask a 50-year-old, do they know what they want to do? Make those short goals, keep yourself aligned. By the next 1 year, I should have done this. I'm interested in data science. Okay, to do that, shall I take step one, two, three? Keep aligned to your own vision. Keep your composure. These are tough times. Regulate your emotions. Process grief and happiness in a healthy way. Don't try to get consumed by any emotion overtly, whichever it is, good or bad. Take criticism well. um, Take hard decisions, stand by them. Collaborate with people, show the tenacity. um, and of course, the foundation domain for resilience, health. Keep concentrating on your mental and physical health. And if you just quickly think back, whatever I spoke about, this is not a question answer session. We could have spoken about it. One of the name which comes to my mind is the Tata Group, right? Go and listen to any of the actions. Go and study the actions the Tata Group has been taking. It is an old group. They have gone through a lot of changes. They have kept themselves relevant. And that is what I talk about, the resilience factor, right? How are you able to kind of swim through all of those? Let's talk about the third area, the reimagination capability. And for me, that is one of, again, a key hallmark of a successful leader. Agility in thought and action, assessing the market requirement with your own abilities. So let's say I go and everybody wants to be a data scientist today. That's the fun. Everybody wants to do that. Or then I talk to people, say, oh, I do UX work. Let me go and work in AR, VR. Is that what you're good at? Is that what you want to do? Reimagine yourself another 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. Do you see yourself doing it, right? Reimagination capability is about looking traditional innovation differently. It is critical thinking about creating something fundamentally new by combining various options, right? We use innovation and transformation pretty interchangeably. It is okay, whatever you use, assess yourself against that change. What should be? Let's talk about the fourth one, digitized mindset. And this is a very favorite of mine. Ask yourself the question, are you a technology user or do you have a digitized mindset? Again, a lot of people I coach to, they say, no, no, I've got 20 apps on my phone. I'm digitally savvy. But do you have a digitized mindset? Do you understand when your resume is up on a Naukri versus how it appears on a LinkedIn versus where would it reflect? Do you understand that digitized world? Invest yourself there. Understand when you're using different tools, how does it behave? um, you are sitting at home for, let's take, you can be from any field, like let's say you are the ace recruiter, right? Fantastic, you probably do a great job, but think about it, can I go and look for another tool which can help me do my work better? Right? What is happening in the market? Can I go and explore something new? Understanding what helps you do better, right? Understanding how technology works. And that brings me to my fifth point, the last one, and I would say the most important one. It is about building your brand. And I'm just going back, that is what Abhishek said a little while ago. Are you aware of the market, right? uh, are you keeping yourself updated in the market? Building your brand, I would say, it's like learn, 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 learn. Don't stop learning, right? It can be anything. Learn professionally, learn your social skills. You will not lose if you learn anything what you do. So, very interestingly, Jim Rohn said something. You are always the average of the 5 people you interact with. I don't have to tell you, go back and look. Who are those 5 people you talk to every single day, right? And that is what is happening during the lockdown. All of us are stuck at home. We are not meeting people socially, professionally. So one day I realized all what I was talking to my helps at home and probably the regular people I meet at work, I was not having one conversation outside that. Right, that and when I somebody like me, I said no, let me let me call up some old friends, some people who have been who are in different places. Push yourself to have those conversation. Don't have a motive, but have those conversation. You will find out what is happening in the world, what's happening in the industry, where the industry is moving. That is how you keep yourself relevant. Understand your own product and service. So for example, you work in a firm. Let me talk about Judge. So we have got different business lines, right? So one of them could be working in one business line and say, hey, I do my job great, so I will continue doing this. I don't care where the rest of the world is going. It is time you need to step out. Fantastic, you do a great job. Keep your ears and eyes open. Understand what the others are doing. That is where you start defying boundaries. That is where probably one fine day you will discover, wow, this is something I have interest in. Probably I should explore, right? Have that exploratory mindset. Uh, Keep up with the industry news. You have got so many forums, trade fairs, etc., which now happen virtually. Attend those. Now also I do get to hear a lot of them would say, oh, you know what, my firm keeps having those webinars, etc. How am I interested what EBITDA means? Always try and see, okay, this is my little KRA, right? I have to deliver X. The day you understand how this X is related to the strategic goal of the firm, you have made it that day. You exactly will be able to chart your path. Either you will say, I'm in the wrong place. What I'm doing is not impacting what the firm is. Or I say, or otherwise you'll have that eureka moment. Wow, every single piece of work, what I do is helping my firm go one step ahead. That's the pride. Understand everything what you do, how it is helping your firm. And again, I keep using firm. You could be doing anything, right? Understand how it helps. And I think I just kind of touched upon some of the areas, right? What is blockchain doing? People keep talking about AI/ML, artificial intelligence. How is it helping? Artificial intelligence, designing. These are the two most important 21st century skills people are talking about. Explore. If not you doing it, you would know where the world is going. Next time you look at a tool, you would know, wow, this is how AI works, right? Business analysis, anything. So make sure you are updated on how all of those are going. So again, very, very quickly, we spoke about 5 things I want you to focus on is emotional intelligence, your resilience factor, your reimagination capability, digitized mindset, and investing in your brand. And that I see how it keeps you. That that is a talk about ability and preparation over experience. That is how you keep yourself relevant. So Mujahid, with that, would you want me to turn it over back to you?
So yeah, thank you so much, Shan. Great points. So Shan, I have a request. Why don't you touch upon about stress also? Because in these a difficult time, a lot of people having a lot of stress, right? So I remember one of your sessions, right, where you covered about stress. So why don't you quickly cover that part as well? I have those slides. I'll quickly bring them up, and you can quickly cover those slides as well.
Yeah, I know we don't have a lot of time, but we could do this very, very quickly. So who doesn't have stress? We were in a conference, we were talking, and one of my leaders said, who doesn't have stress? He says, just look at the symmetry there. Only the people in the cemetery don't have stress, all of us do. And this what you're looking at, I thanks Mujahid for pulling this out. I call this my speedometer, my stress speedometer. Look at it, it is self-explanatory. It is okay to have some stress in life. Look at the green ones, they are the positive stress. Keep yourself limited to your amber and green status. Don't let it push you to the red, the chronic. The chronic stays. The chronic impacts your physiological health, right? Um, like I said, everybody has stress. So, for example, when you do that marathon, there's so much of stress, but that is good stress, right? Today, I was preparing for this webinar, had some bit of stress. I did not know what topic I was kind of rotating in my head. That is good stress, right? Your exams coming up, that is good stress. You are trying to prepare yourself for your next promotion, great stress. You are talking to your mentor. So figure out where you are in that stress speedometer and try to assess and keep yourself pushing back to the yellow and the green, if you're getting the hang. And Mujahid, while I'm talking about that, I will also touch upon, if you have that little mindfulness slide, in case you do. Thank you. Yeah, stress is there. I am not asking anybody to go and have that large course of meditation. Mindfulness can be something very, very simple. Mindfulness is something when you spend that little time consciously, very, very consciously doing things, mindfully doing things. So mindfulness hones our skills. When we are self-aware, it helps us become more intentional and less reactive. I spoke about this before. You become less reactive. So you think, you are not taking decisions on the fly, right? You are not saying, hey, you know what? Oh, this is a fantastic course. Let me do. Probably I'll land my next job. Think why you're doing something mindfully. Spend about 5 to 10 minutes every single day on yourself, and that is will keep you centered.